I have been waking up at 2 in the morning for 3 years with my legs on fire, and I just accepted it as part of getting old. Turns out it had nothing to do with age and everything to do with 4 things I was doing every single day without realizing it. I stopped all 4, and the cramps stopped with them. No doctor, no medication, no magnesium pills that cost me $40 a bottle. I want to share everything with you today because I believe a lot of people watching this are losing sleep over something completely fixable. My name is Vera. I am 90 years old. And if leg cramps have been stealing your sleep, drop the word cramps in the comments right now. For 3 years, I thought this was just my body telling me it was done with good sleep. 2 in the morning, sometimes 3, sometimes both. Left calf first, then the right one joining in, like it did not want to be left out. I would sit up in bed and press my feet flat on the floor and wait for it to pass. Sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 15. My husband Earl used to say, "Vera, you make more noise at night than the neighbor's dog." Earl passed 4 years ago, but I still sleep on my side of the bed. Old habits. So I tried what made sense to me first. I started drinking more water during the day, glass after glass. Figured I was dehydrated, and that was the whole problem. 6 weeks of that. I was running to the bathroom every hour, but the cramps did not move 1 inch. Then my daughter called from Atlanta and said her coworker swore by potassium, bananas every single day. I ate a banana every morning for 2 months. My grandchildren thought it was very funny. They started calling me Grandma Banana. I did not think it was funny. The cramps did not think it was funny either. They just kept coming. Then my doctor suggested stretching before bed. Calf stretches, he said, very important. I did them every night for 3 weeks, standing in my bedroom like I was trying to push the wall down. Helped for maybe 2 nights, then right back to the same thing. 3 attempts, 3 different directions. Cramps did not care about any of them. Gloria and I have been going to the same church for 19 years, Mount Calvary Baptist on Henderson Street. We sit 3 rows apart every Sunday and have coffee together after service in the parking lot. Gloria is 87 and has been sleeping like a baby for the past 1.5 years. I know this because she told me herself, said she had not slept that well since her 40s. I asked her what changed. She said, "Vera, I had the same cramps you have got right now." I said, "Gloria, why have you never mentioned this to me?" She said, "Because you never asked." I wanted to be upset with her, but she was right. I had not asked. We stood in that parking lot for 45 minutes after everyone else had gone home. She told me everything. I missed my favorite Sunday program that afternoon. Worth every minute. The first thing Gloria told me to stop was sitting with my legs crossed for long periods. I had been crossing my legs every single time I sat down for 70 years. Just habit. One leg over the other, comfortable, natural. Gloria said that position cuts circulation to the lower leg slowly and quietly. The muscles do not get what they need during the day, and at night they send an urgent message. That message is a cramp. She said she did not believe it at first either, but she uncrossed her legs for 2 weeks and the cramps dropped by half. I started the very next day. First 3 days I kept crossing them without even realizing it. My granddaughter caught me doing it and said, "Grandma, you just crossed your legs again." I said, "I know, baby. I am working on 70 years of habit. Give me a minute." She set a little reminder on my phone every hour that just said, "legs." By the end of week 2, I was catching myself before it happened. By week 3, it was becoming natural to sit with both feet flat on the floor. Small change, but something was already shifting in the nights. The second thing Gloria told me to stop was sleeping with heavy blankets tucked tight at the foot of the bed. I had been doing this my whole life. Sheets and blankets tucked under the mattress at the bottom, everything neat and tight. Gloria explained it simply. When the covers are pulled tight over your feet, your toes get pushed downward toward the floor. That position keeps your calf muscle in a shortened, contracted state all night long. A muscle held shortened for 8 hours will cramp. It is not complicated. It is just physics. She started leaving the foot of her bed completely loose, blankets untucked, feet free to move naturally. I tried it that same night. It felt strange. I am a neat sleeper, and loose blankets bother me. My daughter visited that week and saw my unmade-looking bed and said, "Mama, are you feeling all right?" I said, "I am feeling better than I have in 3 years. Leave my blankets alone." She left the blankets alone. By the end of the first week, I had already noticed the cramps were waking me up less. Not gone, but less. That was the first time in 3 years I had felt any change at all. Now, if you know someone who has been losing sleep over leg cramps and just accepting it, please share this video with them today. Because Gloria sharing what she knew with me gave me my nights back, and you might do the same for someone you love. The third thing Gloria told me to stop was wearing flat shoes all day. I wore flat house slippers from morning to night, comfortable, easy, sensible. Gloria said flat shoes keep the calf muscle stretched at full length all day long. A muscle held at full stretch all day becomes fatigued. A fatigued muscle cramps at night when it finally tries to relax and contract naturally. She switched to shoes with a very small heel, not a high heel, just a slight lift. Even half an inch changes the angle of the calf muscle enough to give it rest during the day. I went to the store and found the lowest heeled comfortable shoe I could find. The young woman helping me kept pushing the flat ones. She said these are much better for seniors. I said, "Sweetheart, I am 90 years old, and I know what my calves need better than you do." She stepped back and let me pick what I wanted. I wore the new shoes the next day. First week, my feet felt different. Not bad, just different. By end of week 2, the fatigue in my calves by evening had noticeably reduced. Gloria had warned me this one would take the longest to feel. She was right, but it worked. The fourth thing Gloria told me to stop was sitting in one position for more than an hour without moving my legs at all. I had a habit of settling into my chair after dinner and not moving until bedtime. 2 hours sometimes, 3 hours, feet planted in the same spot. Gloria said blood pools in the lower legs during long, still sitting. The muscles become starved and irritable. At night, when you finally lie down, those irritable muscles fire, cramp. She started doing something simple. Every hour, she would just flex her feet up and down 10 times while sitting. Toes toward the ceiling, then flat, 10 times. Takes 30 seconds. Does not require getting up. Does not require changing anything. I started doing this immediately. My son came to visit and watched me sitting in my chair, flexing my feet up and down during the evening news. He said, "Mama, what are you doing?" I said, "I am keeping my calves happy so they do not wake me up at 2 in the morning." He stared at me for a moment and then said, "That actually makes sense." High praise from a son who thinks he knows everything. By week 3, the nighttime cramps had dropped dramatically. I was sleeping through to 5, sometimes 6 in the morning. I had not done that in 3 years. Now I know some of you are thinking, "Vera, I have tried everything and nothing touches my cramps." I hear you. I am not saying this fixes everything for everyone, but I am asking you to try just one thing tonight. Start with the blanket. Untuck the foot of your bed tonight before you sleep. It costs you nothing. It changes nothing about your routine. Just untuck the blankets and let your feet move freely. Do that one thing for 1 week before you decide the rest is not for you. Gloria did not fix everything overnight, and neither did I. But something will shift, and that shift gives you the next step. Gloria and I had coffee last Sunday after service. She asked how the nights were going. I told her I had slept until 5:30 that morning. She put her hand on mine and said, "Vera, I am so glad you finally asked." I said, "Gloria, next time you figure something out that works, you do not wait for me to ask." She laughed and said, "Deal." We sat in that parking lot longer than usual, talked about Earl, talked about her late husband Thomas, talked about the way Sunday mornings used to feel when we were young women with young children and the whole week ahead of us. At 90, I am not sleeping like I did at 40, but I am sleeping through the night in my own bed without waking up with my legs on fire. And on Sunday mornings, I drink bad church parking lot coffee with my friend Gloria, who knew something I needed to know and gave it to me when I finally asked. That is enough. That is more than enough. Drop the word cramps in the comments if tonight is going to be different for you. I will know exactly what you mean.